Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and this is going to be the first of two videos today. The second video is going to be a clueless eating video, but we'll get to that in a second. So the beer today is from Cloudwater, and this is a can of the in-flight meal. And I think by the artwork on the can, I think you know what the food video is going to be. So yeah, this is basically a triple IPA, clocking in at 10% ABV. So I'll quickly read you the synopsis on the back. So this triple IPA is a leaving gift for our much-loved colleague, Tai Han Lee, who is sadly heading home to South Korea after 14 months working with us. In-flight meal is the name he uses to describe his daily staple of instant ramen and microwavable meals. And we chose for a big, juicy triple IPA as it's one of his favourite beer styles. Taihan, you'll be missed. Or is it Taihan? I'm not too sure. Do apologise about that. But yeah, so aroma and flavour: mango pulp, apricot, light honey and orange blossom. Body is full-bodied, sweet and juicy with soft carbonation, and then aftertaste is juicy finish with a low bitterness and resinous hop notes. 400 ml can, 10% ABV, artwork by Textbook Studio, and what magnificent artwork it is. Lovely ramen noodles in the background, lovely instant ramen noodles at the front, and then just a wonderful, wonderful colour scheme. So, triple IPA from Cloudwater, yes please. I picked this up from Northern Beer Temple. I paid £9 for this. And it's one of those beers that I've wanted to try for absolutely ages. Well, not ages because it's not that long since been released, but as soon as I saw the artwork and the concept behind it, I was like, hell yes, give me some of that action. So, of course, to honour, I've got myself just some simple ramen. I absolutely love instant ramen. I know it's not properly reflective of Asian cuisine or culture, but it sure tastes nice. And I've gone for the sort of spice, but we won't get into that. Let's talk about the beer. So anyway, let's get this opened and see what we get. Unfortunately, I don't have a Cloudwater glass, so I'm using neighbours, or somewhat neighbours to Cloudwater, since they have a premises in Manchester itself, using my Northern Monk Patrons glass for this one. Recording this at 10 minutes to 1 in the morning, just got back from work, and I thought I'd have a beer to celebrate, even though I did have a beer on the walk home. I had a Pabst Blue Ribbon, which I stealthily placed in the fridge at work to chill down, and what a glorious beer to walk home to. Anyway, so I'm a little bit hungry and I'm in the mood for another beer before I hit the hay, so I thought I'd open this one. So beer in the glass then, and it's got a really, so it's not a bright and vibrant IPA by any means. It's got a lovely orangey amber look to it. Also reminds me of like crystallised, not crystallised, what are they called, like dehydrated orange pieces covered in sugar. It's got that sort of colour to it, and beer poured with just shy of 2 fingers worth of a very pale beige looking head. Looks pretty much brilliant white on camera, but it's got a little bit of a coloration to it. But candied, that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, nice amounts of haze in there. It looks thick and, you know, it's got a real depth to it. And yeah, apologies about the sort of off camera, the tripod that I got, which I paid like £1 for, is living up to its price tag. And but at least you get to see my wonderful artwork, beer collage. That'll be yours for £50 if you're interested. Silence speaks volumes. Anyway, so beer looks really nice. Let's give it a sniff. And I'm getting that sort of like resiny, orangey sort of aroma. There's a little bit of a tropical note, spicy tones coming through, piney. It's thick and dense smelling, very sticky on the nose as well. But yeah, I do love a good triple IPA. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do like a good triple IPA, and in a 440ml can from Cloudwater, how can you say no? Anyway, so it smells really nice, but it's not like smacking you around the face or giving you a punch in the jaw or anything like that. So it's not over promising, which I think is a sort of like an art form in itself. I think I mention this every time I do a hazy IPA now, but when you get like a beer that fills the room with its aroma, you're instantly gonna assume you're gonna get that on the flavour, which a lot of times you do get. But sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's a bit hoppy, but doesn't taste like it smells. But this, it's definitely there, but you have to like really appreciate it, I would say. Anyway, looks good, smells good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh yes. Right away, as soon as it hits your palate, you get that sticky, sweet, resiny vibe. I wouldn't say it's a palate wrecker, but it's got a prominent bitterness there. Very oily on the back end, coats your palate perfectly. A little bit of that bitterness builds up on the back end, I would say. But yeah, it's got a lovely creamy body to it. It's not the heaviest of beers in terms of its body, but it's got a wonderful texture to it, I would say. Flavour wise, you get a very subtle tropical vibe, but at the same time, you get a very subtle sort of citrusy tone. It's got a real sweetness to it, though. To me, it's like West Coast meets East Coast and comes together beautifully. I mean, it's not drinking like a 10% beer, but I think the more I drink, the more I'm probably going to feel it as it's going down my gullet into the pit of my stomach. A lovely little spicy tone on the back end as well, and it tingles the tip of your tongue. Oniony, garlicky, there's a savouriness about it, but it's actually quite a gentle and rounded triple IPA. The artwork is actually much louder than the beer itself, I would say. And those who are afraid of these sorts of beers, there's a real sort of like it's really approachable. It's not too in your face. It's building up a little bit more now. The ABV is starting to shine through, but it's still such an easy drinking beer. It's even like a little bit of a sherbety note, a little bit of orange. Yeah, it's a really lovely triple IPA. It's not as exciting as I thought it would be, but at the same time, it's not too rich or over encompassing either. And vibration. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a really nice end of the evening sort of beer. And I'm interested to see how this will pair with some ramen. So yeah, in terms of a rating, I can give this one an 8 out of 10. I've had much more interesting and satisfying triple IPAs from Cloudwater. But then again, 8 out of 10, it's still, you have to try this beer territory. Do you know what I mean? And if you're, pardon the pun, pining for a little bit of West Coast vibes, then you're going to get it with this. Even though I think Cloudwater have just released, to marks the 666th brew, a quadruple IPA, which I was told by John in Northern Beer Temple that there's actually really not much in it, like flavour and depth wise, but of course the quadruple IPA is a celebratory beer in itself, so the price is a little bit higher. But yeah, I don't think I've paid this much for a Cloudwater beer though for a while. To be fair, a lot of the stuff I've had from Cloudwater is either at the tap room, where it's like pretty much £3 for any beer, which is a great bargain. Um, or just like the all round double pale ale, and some of the just standard like IPAs, double IPAs, that sort of thing. Because I live not too far from Manchester, I'm not paying that much really compared to some. Mm. This is nice. I love the texture as it first hits your mouth. So yeah, I think. Do you know what? It's going to be an 8.25 out of 10. It makes more sense to rate it like that. Lovely stuff. So if you've tried this, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. A very fitting tribute. I would be very happy if someone brewed a beer to commemorate me like this, a leaving gift. And yeah, fantastic stuff. Beautiful artwork, beautifully presented, and the beer inside is fantastic as well. So, if you've tried this, and then I'd love to hear your thoughts, opinions down below. Are you a fan of like triple IPAs or quadruple IPAs, that sort of thing, or do you prefer to go like double and below? But yeah, this is so ridiculously smashable, it's unbelievable. So yeah, 8.25 out of 10. Link down below to Cloudwater. I've got a nice little playlist of Cloudwater beers now. And of course, check out Northern Beer Temple if you're ever in the Wigan area. And yeah, so you'll be seeing me a little bit later on this evening. Well, you might have seen that video first. Depends how you've watched it, I suppose. And yeah, by the way, pants are off because it's humid as fuck right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know what the term is, crash. Probably watch a few YouTube videos down here. Obviously shoot the next video. And yeah, call it night. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers.